Hi, it's Bruce Cohen coming to you today from Trump National Doral, the golf course and resort in Miami. And today I'm talking about one of my favorite concepts, and that is employment at will. And that's the law in most states, where an employer can fire an employee at any time for any reason or no reason at all. And just to make it fair, the employee can quit at any time. Not exactly fair, and as a result of that, I call that the employer is king. That's a concept that I've invented. The employer is king. And I explain that to employees that come see me that ask about their legal rights, because their legal rights are limited under employment at will. And many of them are aware of that when they do come into the office, and they hope that maybe there's an exception to the employment at will doctrine. In fact, there are exceptions. Probably the biggest one, which I assist people with all the time, is employment discrimination. These are laws that are passed by Congress, and many states have also passed laws dealing with employment discrimination based on age, race, sex, national origin, religion, or disability. In addition, there's some new ideas that have been coming out and some new interpretations relating to the National Labor Relations Act, which we used to think dealt only with unions. But in fact, the National Labor Relations Board now says it applies to individual employees who are trying to organize. So for example, I had an individual that came to my office this week who had written an anonymous letter to the company on behalf of a number of workers, talking about unfair treatment, and he was a driver of a company vehicle and how air conditioning wasn't working in a number of their vehicles. And while there may not have been any discrimination, he was writing on behalf of other workers. And now, under recent interpretations from the National Labor Relations Board, that might be covered by the National Labor Relations Act. And that individual might actually have a claim because, as often is the case, he got fired for writing this anonymous letter. So there are beginning to be more and more exceptions to the notion of the employer is king, also known as employment at will. And at our office, we help people in dealing with those issues and dealing with problems at work.